Reality is setting in, and the country is on board, and all things seem to be looking up. In fact, a new Gallup poll shows that the majority of Americans are, quote, more confident in President-elect Trump's ability to serve as commander-in-chief. Here to break it all down, Ebony Williams, Michael Tubman, and Gina Loudon. Ebony, I haven't seen you in a while. Let me start with you.
Long time no see, buddy.
51% now saying, okay, they're more confident in Donald Trump. I think it began with the acceptance speech. But I also feel something out there. I feel it when I talk to the garage attendant, when you talk to cab drivers, you feel something out there.
You feel opportunity. I think people, whether you voted for Donald Trump or you didn't vote for Donald Trump, it's a new day, and I think people are tapping into that optimism to say, you know what, this might actually work out for all of us very well in the end, and I think that's a very, very good thing. We saw that in the market. You know, the election night, you know, they were predicting crazy dips. People like me looking to get into the market, looking for that buy opportunity. I'm like, but you know what, it went away because that optimism and that confidence came right back the next day.
Gina, of course, this is not necessarily a surprise to you, but there's still work to be done. Women are 42% with respect to confidence, and non-whites are 27%. But you feel like perhaps Donald Trump is on his way to convincing most of America.
Yeah, who knew that hope and change were going to come once Obama was on his way out? But I think that might be what we're witnessing. And I think Ebony's point is right on. I think it really is about optimism. I think people see new opportunities. They see government not being run by the typical consultants and the insiders and the elite. And I think they feel like they've had a say, Charles. And I think the American people feeling like they have some control again over their government is giving them a great sense of hope that is moving the needle forward.
And Michael, the Donald Trump that we've seen thus far was not the caricature that your party and the media portrayed him as for a year and a half.
I absolutely agree with you. I also believe that people are responding to confidence in the institution of the presidency. So whomever won come election day, the silly season's behind us. A lot of the vitriol is past, notwithstanding, I think, are these ill-considered protests that were discussed on an earlier program by those who actually turned out didn't vote terribly much.
Yeah.
But in this case, they believe in the office of the presidency and the continuity of our institutions, and that's what they're showing faith in.
When you guys have the pity parties over the last few days, the Democrats, are any of them saying, well, you know, President Barack Obama said that Donald Trump seems pragmatic? I mean, what are you guys saying internally?
Again, that our government withstands, and there have been hotly contested elections.
But is there
all
any
the way
admission
back.
that maybe Donald Trump was right on a few things?
I think a lot of it is that Hillary was so wrong, because there's a lot of recrimination, a lot of finger pointing, and a lot of navel gazing. And I think a lot of people, thinking people, thoughtful, deliberate people, are sincere when they say they want to see him succeed. And
yet there's still work to be done. I was shocked an hour and a half ago to find out Republicans and Harry Reid were ready to push through earmarks. So there's still some work to be done, Ebony.
Absolutely. And to Dr. Gina's point, that's why a lot of people who maybe didn't come out and vote for Mitt Romney or that type of thing, they're excited to see government, not just Republicans or Democrats, government have a shakeup. And that's very exciting for them, because that type of stuff, Charles, that is going backwards, and that's crazy.
Well, you know, of course, Paul Ryan, of all people, was the one who squashed this, and maybe it shows that he's going to be a team player because, listen, if D.C. is not harmonious, then the rest of the country, Gina, is not going to keep this going.
Yeah, I know. We wondered for a long time, those of us watching this race, Charles, whether or not the insiders in politics, Republican, Democrat alike, Ebony makes a great point, whether they were ever going to understand that we really wanted to have a voice here again, and that they needed to listen more than they talked and more than they did things the way Washington has done them as usual. And I hope and pray that Paul Ryan and the rest of them have woken up to the fact that we really aren't going to take it anymore, and we really meant it when we said it. That's why we elected this change candidate, and we're going to stand by that idea of change no matter who gets in our way.
Well, right now, I got to tell you, it's really, really working, and you know, you see it in all facets of the nation. It's early, but thus far, it's working out really well. Thank you all very much. In the meantime,